Hi, beautiful people. I'm Bahati Hilda Sabiti, and today I want us to share something to do with you being a singular go to person or a single go to person when it comes to your service or your product. I know that most of us would really love to have that competitive advantage against everyone else that is in our industry, whether you a coach, a consultant, or a mentor, or a counselor, or you sell products. You want to be that one person that people go to, and I've promised this, so here I am delivering and giving it to you. So I want us to talk about 5 ways how we can make that happen in our lives. I know we've talked about niching down, and most times we have talked about being specific about a particular thing that you really have to give out there. But when it comes to social media platforms, I will again caution you not to niche down too much, not to say, okay, I'm particularly dealing with Facebook, or I'm particularly dealing with Instagram, or I'm particularly dealing with LinkedIn, because trends change, and most times some of them are on top and some of them are actually, going down. So you have to be able to know where your clients are and know where to show up and when to show up and how to show up. Okay, so you realize those are quite many things, but these are things that are doable and the things that we have to do near every day consistently without giving up, because you can't say, okay, I'm targeting my clients for the next 5 months and then after that I'll relaxed. I will be relaxed and have rest for the rest of my life. That's not what happens. You have to show up, you have to pop up, they have to see you. That is why we talk about content creation. That is why we talk about, branding yourself. That is why we talk about knowing how people reason and what they think and how to place yourself in their emotions, because most people make emotional decisions. They don't just make logical decisions when it comes to consuming or when it comes to consuming products or even buying service. They don't think logically, they think emotionally. So if you can attach yourself to their emotions, then you are the go-to person. Okay, so I want you to be able, and these are the things that I have done. I've grown through the ranks, but one thing that has really helped me to be the single most person that most of my people, the people that are looking for the service, come, why they come to me is I have focused on one specific type of client. Okay, now when you specify, for example, I will ask myself, or when I was making this decision, I decided and said, okay, where are my clients? Where do they stay? What kind of gender? And I discovered that most people, yes, I have a lot of a huge male following, but again, most of the people that come out for help, you realize most times are the ladies, and most times even when men come, they've been inspired by the ladies that have come to me, and now they are working on referral based. Most men will not see you on social media and want to come see you or want to come to your events or buy your books or just consume your content. They will want someone to inspire them, and that's exactly what the ladies have really done. So where do the people that I talk to come from? What do they are? They entrepreneurs? Are they startups? Are they millionaires? Are they where do they live? What do they like? What do they subscribe to? I have to be able to position myself in their mind so that they know that she is the go-to person. When I started the confident is an arm of the coaching process that I do with celebrities. And I was just putting, because they used to come to me stealthily, definitely without opening up, without even giving testimonials and telling people, oh, I'm helping so and so, or we're working out this and what. I don't like such things. I like keeping it really confidential. Now, when most of them used to come, then I found out, okay, these people actually need someone to talk to, and I think they have seen me in their corner. They have seen how I work, and they have seen how I just don't speak anyhow, how I'm just not everywhere, how I'm just targeted and specific about what I want and what I do. And so I planted myself, I specifically positioned myself that they will be able to come seeking out or looking out for me. And that has, I mean, it has worked out in a very huge way. That arm of my coaching business, the celebrity confident or executive confident, is really an amazing, because then you you will never see them face to face. You will do work online, and sometimes you will do without even videos. You will just do with audio. Some of them will never even tell you their names, but the person who books will either tell you they're a celebrity, but they want to remain anonymous. And sometimes you will speak to them and you will know their voices, but you will never tell a soul that, you know what, I worked with so and so when they were going through this and this. Okay, so focus on a specific type of a client. Who do you want to talk to? Do you want to go to the mass market? Then even when they invite you for TVs, know that there are some TVs that will serve your purpose and that those will not serve your purpose. Some radio stations will serve your purpose and some will never serve your purpose. Okay, so if you know that, for example, my specific people, I'm really in a blue ocean where right now mostly I am serving the successful people, corporate people, and in corporate training, and even helping successful people create the love that they deserve. Because even when you're a millionaire but without emotional stability, then you have a problem, or there's clearly a problem that you need to deal with. So I made sure that I specify. Okay, so specify what type of people do you want and where do you get them. Are they on Facebook? Are they on Twitter? Are they on Instagram? Where are they? Okay, and then own your outcome. What transformation do you provide to your people? Or when people come and consume your service or product, what kind of transformation do they get in their lives? Okay, like that zeroes down to what you're actually selling. For example, with me, I really sell clarity. Okay, as in there's so many of us that just lack the clarity, and because we lack clarity, we cannot take steps. Now that could be beginning a business. Okay, that could be about finding your purpose. That could be about scaling your business. That could be about your relationship. You're just at the crossroad, you don't know which way to take, you don't know what decision to do. So most people come to me for decisions. That's why most times people say, oh, but I mean, sometimes you encourage breakup, but I'm like, breakup is part of relationships. Okay, and we don't have breakup coaches in Kampala. So if I can help people break up amicably, then I am actually helping them. I'm helping them move on, and I'm helping them find the love that they deserve at the end of the day. So what is my outcome? I bring the transformation called clarity in people's lives, that they will know exactly what to look for, when to look for it, how to look for it, or they will know the next step of their lives, or they will know that the road they've taken is the right road. And because some people come without an issue, they just want the validation, they just want the clarity that this is it, you're doing the right thing. Okay, and someone will be willing to pay a lot of money for that. Okay, so even when people come for events, even when people buy books, it's not that they are problematic, and then no, sometimes it's not because of that. Some people, it's that because they just need clarity about themselves, about their self-confidence, about their self-esteem, about their family members, dealing with toxic people. What kind of transformation do you bring to people? People should be able to know exactly what you offer them so that they can keep coming back to you. Okay, so if you're not clear on that, make sure that you actually clear it. Okay, and then we're talking about what makes you the single sought out person in your field, whether it's you being a speaker, whether it's you being a writer, whether it's you being whatever it is. What makes you the single most what would I say, successful and go-to person, because you want people to come to you. And the other thing that I would think about is really instilling your personality into your brand. Okay, and just choosing to have people resonate with something. It's really, really powerful. I've used it for a long time, and because when I show up with candidly, I show up unapologetically, I show up me, like shamelessly. I am me, I do me. And so if you want to follow me, follow me. If you don't want to follow me, please just let it be. Okay, and so this me injecting my personality into my brand, then it gives people something to resonate with, because most of them will be like, you know what, yeah, it's because most people do it, but they don't want to say it. Okay, most people just want to shush you and keep quiet so that you can keep quiet about it, but they don't want to fight, and they don't want to be seen as people who fight for themselves. And I'm saying there's nothing wrong with fighting for yourself. There's nothing wrong with standing up for yourself. There's nothing wrong with showing up every day unapologetically and being the best version of yourself every day, even when you're still in the making. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so when the moment you bring your personality into, and you're just not a robot. Have you ever seen news readers and how they'll be robotic? How there's the intonation will be a certain kind, and then the voice will be in a certain way, and you'll feel, sometimes you'll feel like they're not breathing. That is why when people come to radio, I usually tell them I want the natural you. I don't want the you that has been trained to read news. That is why news readers are usually the worst presenters, because their intonation is usually flat and dead. Okay, and yet when I want to listen to someone, I want to listen to a natural you. I want you to listen to you who is giving us the banter and joking, and but that means you have to inject your personality into your brand. So when people come to you, they know exactly what to get. Some people, when people come to me, they know I joke, they know I laugh here and there, they know I give serious, I give I'm serious when I need to be serious. But again, there's a simplicity. Okay, there's a simplicity with which I do things. There's a candidness with which I speak. There's what a no-nonsense approach to what I do. Okay, so if you don't like it, you walk away, and I will never mind you, or I will not even notice you. But if you want what I do, if you support what I do, go ahead and spread the gospel, and let's grow together. Okay, so sometimes you just have to be that person. Just bring you into the moment, so people know how they identify with you, how they feel when you speak. You remember when you talked about finding your voice? Okay, so this is one of those times that you really need to find your voice when it comes to injecting your personality into your brand and let people relate with you. Okay, so show up as your true self. Show up as your truest self. Let me take it to the extreme. Okay, so there's something else that I've used for quite some time, and I've just realized I don't have I don't have my ring on the finger. Do you see how what it did to my finger? I just put it off because I felt it was a bit tight. So there's something I've done over the years, and I just looked at it recently, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. When you have to combine two seemingly different themes into one brand. Okay, for example, when I say I help people create the love that they deserve. Okay, and I, on the other hand, I coach, or I train coaches, or I mentor consultants, and coaches and counselors and all that. Now combining the relationship bit together with the entrepreneurial bit, or with just discovering your purpose. Now those are two different things that are working together for me. I'm not just leaning on in one thing, because both fields are actually very huge. When you talk about relationships are really huge. Marriage, relationships, dating, it's really a huge segment. And one thing I know for sure is, if we want to have a holistic approach into our growth, okay, that means that we have to look at different elements. So me, I look at relationships, having good relationships and walking away from bad relationships. Okay, and then you looking at the financial bit of it. Are you working? Are you a startup? Are you finding your passion? What do you know? The world can buy what you know. The world will want to know what you know. Okay, just turning that into profit, or turning your purpose into profit, your passion into profit. I'm very passionate about that, and these two ends of the coins have really worked well for me. So you can find, instead of just finding one thing and saying, okay, I'm going to dwell on this, you can find two totally different things that can actually fit into one, and you will be able to actually nail it in bigger ways than you ever thought. Okay, so let's look at it like one thing. I think, what was it called? I think that there are there was something about farming where we used to, mixing and stuff like that. But I will not go into agriculture. I think I last did agriculture when I was in senior one. Okay, and that is so many years ago, like 30 years ago. That's how old I am. Yeah, you guessed right. Okay, so apart from combining the themes, you can actually discover your innate advantage. And I think I will give that as the last one. You discover your innate advantage, and then you bring it into your brand, you bring it into your business, you bring it into your service provision, or you bring it into your product. Okay, so what are the advantages that you have that other people in your industry don't have? Okay, because for me, I know my advantages. Number one, I came into this industry when I was already a media personality. Okay, so I had years of practice before I went into coaching, and so it was an easy transition when I went to TV, when I went to radio. So it was very easy. So when it comes to even video content, it's not hard. You see how relaxed I am. I'm just in my sitting room, just seated chatting with you, just relaxed with my legs up. Can you imagine? Yeah, life should be good that way. So and so that added advantage really helped me a lot to really penetrate the market, because again, I was good on TV, I was good on radio, and then I was good with video content. And so I merged all that into my brand, and I was able to actually go further than I ever thought. What advantage do you have? What advantage do you have? The other advantage is, and I usually say yes, it's a very huge advantage, it's the best advantage that I've had, knowing God. Okay, just knowing that I believe in God, just knowing that I go to church, just knowing that has opened so many doors than I can count. Okay, so that is my added advantage. And in a way, when people come to my events or buy my books or listen to me speaking, some of them will ask, what religion that she subscribed to? I also want to be part of that religion. So many people have written to me such notes. I want to know, what religion do you subscribe to? I want to be part of that religion. And I'll tell them, no, I do not subscribe to any religion, to any kind of religion. No, I'm not that religious, but I believe in God. Okay, and I am born again. So that is it. That is me. And so many people are like, wow, okay, we didn't know you can actually be that much into God and then that successful at the same time, even in your career and your brand and all that. And I take it as a very huge added advantage, because one of the things that really additional to my personality is I have what we call discernment and a word of wisdom. Now, most of the times when even I deal with one-on-one clients, which has really gone down because of the lack of time of in the recent past, but I will speak to someone and I will tell them what's happening in their lives, and they will think, they will be so amazed, and they will even say, no one knows about that, it's only me, how did you get to know about that? And I will tell them, you know what, when I looked at you, I just saw that, and this is how you overcome it. And most times people go away without, as in, they're like, some of them usually say, are you a prophetess? Are you like, do you see into people's lives? Are you psychic? It's not about being psychic. I believing in God in a way gives me an advantage that certain things open up to me. I get to know people's issues before they even share with me, and then I'm able to actually help them as fast as I can, in not wasting a lot of time. Again, come back after a month, come back after 2 months, and all that. I'm able to have short sessions but very impactful sessions. So make sure that you do the things that we've talked about. Okay, focus on a specific type of client, make sure that you do that right, and own your outcome. What transformation do you bring to the people? I bring clarity. I don't know what you bring to the people. Utilize your personality well. Make sure that you instill it or inject it into your brand, and it will really work for you. Okay, and when it comes to choosing what to do, you can combine two seemingly different themes together, and they can work perfectly together, and then discover your innate advantage over everyone else that is in this game, so that you can be way ahead of them and do what you really have to do. Okay, so I love you guys. Until the next video, bye bye.